Victory starts here. Victory starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jared Golden to the podium.
Hello, Democrats. And real quick, special hello to my wife out back somewhere out there. I love you. So my name is Jared Golden, and I'm running to be your representative from the 2nd Congressional District. Since I'm asking for your vote, you deserve to know some things about me. You all know me as the Assistant Democratic Leader in the Maine House of Representatives. But today, you're in my backyard. People here know me not as a man in a suit at the State House, but as a neighbor in Lewiston and a proud native of Androscoggin County. So to Democrats from all over the state, welcome to Lewiston. I grew up not far from here in Leeds, mowing grass at my family's business. It was hard work in the rain and sun. My brother and sister put their time in too, right alongside Mom and Dad, and I know my dad's out here somewhere. First time I think he's ever seen me do a speech. We all pitched in and did our part, and it helped my parents provide us a decent living. I was a freshman at the University of Maine in Farmington when the Twin Towers fell on September 11th. I knew what I had to do, so I joined the Marine Corps. One thing from my service in the Marines that I'll always remember is mealtime. Not because the food was good, but because of what it taught me about leadership. We had a simple rule. The lowest ranking among us was first in line to eat, and the highest ranking last. Leadership means putting the people you lead first. Good leaders never cut in line. They make sure people are taken care of before thinking about themselves. When I came back home, I learned how important it is to live in a community where people take care of each other. From old friends that made sure I got a job, to my best friend Darren and his wife Lindsay, who took me in as a roommate, to my father's cousin, who brought me to the VA to get me signed up for health care and education benefits. You know, without them, I wouldn't be standing here today. This community had my back from the day I got home, and I thank you for that. Still, it wasn't easy. I went from odd job to odd job. At one point, I was pushing a broom in the shop of a motorhome center by day, working 2 jobs on nights, weekends to get by. One of those jobs was a pizza shop, and one of the customers was a dean at Bates College. And we got to talking. He encouraged me to apply. No one was more surprised than me to be accepted. I worked hard and graduated in 2011. Over the past few years, life's been busy. From volunteer teaching in Afghanistan to helping firefighters and police officers with post-traumatic stress get that diagnosis recognized as a workplace injury, to representing the people of Lewiston in the Maine House. My experiences have made me who I am, just like yours have made you. But they also taught me about what's broken in America. Too many politicians don't have the backs of the people they represent. In the 2nd Congressional District, Congressman Bruce Poliquin has consistently voted on the side of special interests to prop up the few at the expense of the many. He voted to repeal the Affordable Care Act without any plan to replace it at all. That's right. Then he let the wealthy big corporations and foreign investors rewrite our tax code to pad their own pockets with permanent tax cuts, while you and I, and everyone we know, will be asked to pick up the tab. What's worse is he refuses to answer questions about the votes that he takes. He ran away from seniors who wanted to talk to him about why he wouldn't support their health care. He locked the doors of his office to veterans who just wanted to talk to him about the importance of food assistance. This man ducks into the bathroom to hide from reporters. In the Marines, you learn what it means to have someone's back and how it feels to know that they've got yours. In combat, you can't run into a bathroom to hide from a tough situation. I'm running because the people of the 2nd District deserve to know that when special interests come knocking, your representative has your back. When I get to Congress, I won't try to steal your health care. I'll support Medicare for all, so that all Mainers and all Americans finally know that health care is a right, not a privilege. Bruce Poliquin goes from being a millionaire hedge fund manager to serving on the Financial Services Committee, where he's supposed to regulate Wall Street companies that have rigged the economy against us. Instead, he's taken hundreds of thousands of dollars from corporations and voted to repeal bank regulations, consumer protections that were put into place to protect us after the economic collapse in 2008. Too many politicians talk a big game about getting money out of politics, but they don't walk the walk. I've called on secret groups that have poured money into this race to disclose their donors, and I've promised to reject their dark money and never take a single penny from corporate PACs. It's because in Congress I'll fight to end Citizens United to get big money out of politics and return power to you. I'll hold politicians and big donors to disclose laws on all political spending and to put contribution limits on all donations. We'll take control back from billionaires like the Koch brothers, who use shady tactics to buy our elections. In 2016, despite a tough campaign against it, Maine voters came together to raise the minimum wage to $12 an hour. It was no surprise that Poliquin refused to take a position, and I've been clear all along. I supported the minimum wage increase and voted against every single effort to undermine it in the legislature. Because Americans deserve a living wage, and Mainers deserve representatives in Congress who won't flinch when corporations with deep pockets try to hold the working class down. In Congress, I'll fight for policies that support the working class. That means higher wages and rejecting trade deals that hurt American workers. It means demanding that women earn equal pay for equal work. And perhaps most importantly, it means guaranteeing that all workers have the right to form a union. Stronger unions, stronger America. I'm proud to have earned the endorsement of the Maine AFL-CIO. In Washington, I'll fight for Maine workers, from lobstermen in Stonington to mill workers in Baileyville, to state employees and firefighters, teachers and nurses all over our state, because I know that when the working class does better, our whole country does better. And speaking of nurses, I'm excited to announce that just a few hours ago, the National Nurses United and the Maine State Nurses Union endorsed this campaign. If we've learned one thing, it's that we can't take anything for granted, because in this election, everything's on the line. Now that they've cut taxes for the wealthy elites that fund their campaigns, the GOP is going to come after the middle class to pay for it. The Trump administration has shown that there's no third rail that they won't touch. Unless we stand and fight together, education, health care, and Social Security will be on the chopping block. Brothers and sisters, my story is not unique. Mainers all over this district know adversity, uncertainty, and fear just as well as I do. They deserve a leader who's tough, just like they are. One who will stay focused on what needs to be done, just like they do. We deserve leaders who believe that we're stronger when we've got each other's backs. That's the lesson I have learned all my entire life, and it's the core of what we believe as Democrats. If you send me to Congress, I won't back down from that core belief. I won't flinch in the face of opposition, whether it comes from the GOP or from our own party. I come from the 3rd Battalion, 6th Marines. People call us devil dogs because we fight like dogs from hell. Well, I'm ready to fight like hell to take this seat back from Bruce Poliquin. And I'm asking you to fight with me, to tell Wall Street, big corporations and the super wealthy, that Maine's 2nd District doesn't belong to them, it belongs to us. It's time to send someone to Congress who understands the meaning of the word solidarity. Join me and fight the only way I know. Shoulder to shoulder, marching forward as one. If we stand together, I will promise you this: the powerful special interests and their man Bruce Poliquin can't hold us back. Thank you very much. I hope you're going to have a great night tonight. You're going to have a great weekend. I'm going to see you out on the campaign trail. Let's get fired up.